What's up, superstars? Welcome back to Crypto Cornucopia, where you come for the latest crypto news, education, and a path to prosperity. I'm making these videos for beginners, but even seasoned traders need a different point of view. I've been doing this for about 18 months, and I listen to about 15 different YouTubers. So I appreciate everybody's perspective and understand that I need to keep an open mind so that I'm not stuck in just one point of view to make the best decisions. So set the video to 1.5 speed, like, subscribe, and share. Let's get up to 100 subscribers. Use the links below and ask questions so I know what you want to learn about. All right, we're on Trade the Chain. This is sentiment analysis, and we're taking a look at the Bitcoin prices at 61.4. If you watched my video yesterday, you know that we had to stay above 59.5, and we're going to look at that in the next chart. But the point is, this is great news. Well, that's why you see everything going up so much today. And you have the daily sentiment. I think it was at 46 yesterday, so it's at 49. It's going up. But look at Ethereum, 58. And I'll tell you exactly why in a moment. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of charts. People are looking everywhere. And it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy if everybody's looking at the same thing. And I'll tell you why right now. Okay, so we got the ETH chart right here. Okay, real quick, yesterday we noticed this was the 20-day SMA, simple moving average. And remember what I said, if we can bounce off this line, then we're looking good. And look at this, every single one of these did. Bitcoin dipped below, but it ended the day above, and that's all that really matters. All right, but let's take a look at Ethereum and look at this. This is what they call a bullish engulfing candle. Okay, and we're going to look at the Bitcoin dominance in a moment, but Ethereum leads the charge when it comes to altcoins. Altcoins are everything except for Bitcoin. On the charts, when you have a bullish engulfing candle, that usually means that it takes off. So Market Rebellion, this actual website that I use here, they have another channel, and they were talking about that just now. All right, but again, going to Bitcoin, you can see that it had a bullish engulfing candle as well. So the whole market is looking good because Bitcoin looks good, and then on top of that, Ethereum looks good, which usually charges the altcoins. And again, that's a self-fulfilling prophecy, as I was saying. All right, so this is a crypto market update today. This is Market Rebellion, that website I was just on. They do an excellent video every single day called the Daily Crypto Bite. Highly suggest you check it out. And again, everything that I put in these videos is linked down below. So you want to know more about what they're saying besides just my summary, then check it out. All right, so they're talking about the SOPRs, the spent output profit ratio. The indicator provides insight into macro market sentiment, profitability, and losses taken over a particular time. And what they're pointing out here is every single time this indicator gets really low, it bounces up from there. See these green arrows? Okay. So when the yellow, which is SOPR, gets down to this bottom line and bounces off it, which is what we're about to do, you see a huge spike up. Okay. And it happens every single time. Now, when it gets below, that means that a lot of people are selling, and you can see this huge dip right here. Okay. But we're in a bull trend right now. There's a lot of news that is coming out that I'm about to share with you that essentially is going to keep pushing this market higher. All right, and here they were talking about BTC. This was the line that they were saying it could go down to, which was at about 56. But as you can see, had this bullish engulfing candle, and looks like it's up from here. That's a huge sentiment mover. All right, so again, the thing with Bitcoin and crypto is everything is on chain. You can see things, so you can do analytics. And what they can see is that Bitcoin is leaving exchanges like crypto.com and Coinbase and moving into wallets. That's an indicator that people are not selling. They're holding and they're waiting for the price to go up. When you take the Bitcoin off the exchanges, there's no supply. Simple supply and demand means money or price go up. All right, so finally, we assess the actual coin volume spent by long-term holders, that's LTH, during an extraordinary accumulation period since March. So long-term holders have been holding. That's what this chart says here. Okay, so you can see it's up, 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 up. All right, they're taking some profits, but they're not exiting. Okay, and I would venture to say that they have the same philosophy as I do. I dollar cost averaged in since May of 2020, and then I'm slowly taking profits out, dollar cost averaging out. I wouldn't be surprised after this big boom that they saw, they're realizing some profits, because that's the most important thing that you can do, is to pay yourself. All right, crypto adoption and Chainlink. Okay, I've been talking about Chainlink for a long time. They've got a lot going on right now. Good to all of you who held on to it, because it's a slow mover, but if you look at the chart, it's a slow mover up and to the right. All right, so data provider enterprises and DevOps can now sell data to any blockchain using the new Amazon Web Services Chainlink Quick Start. All right, so the point is that Amazon Web Services is huge, and now they're integrating with blockchain. Okay, mass adoption. Moving on. This is news that personally I don't really care about. I'm not fond of Elon Musk, because he essentially helped crash the market when he said, "Yeah, I'm into Bitcoin, I'm into Doge," and then he said, "Oh wait, no, I'm not, because I have to conform to ESG," which means that since he wasn't man enough to put the data out there that Bitcoin was not actually wasting energy, actually uses less money than banks do, and all the brick and mortar out there. And they're actually innovating to try to make energy more efficient. He wasn't man enough to do all that. He instead said, "Oh, wait, you know what? We're not going to accept Bitcoin," and helped crash the market in May. Thanks a lot, buddy. But Tesla may resume accepting Bitcoin, SEC filing shows. Tesla Inc. filed a quarterly report with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission Monday. The company explained that during the 9 months ended September 20th, it purchased an aggregate of 1.5 billion. Yeah, that's a weird 1.5 billion in Bitcoin. And its Q3 earnings report, Tesla's balance sheet shows Bitcoin was worth 1.26 billion. Interesting. The SEC filing further states that during the 3 months ended March 31st, Tesla accepted Bitcoin as payment for sales of certain. This is really not written well. But anyway, at the end of it, we may in the future restart the practice of transacting in cryptocurrency digital assets for our products and services. So they're putting this out there to the SEC because nobody's really regulating. They're not really putting anything out there. And what the SEC has been doing is kind of bullying people and say, well, you're doing this, so we're going to take you to court. So Tesla's putting out there that they would like to do this, and they're waiting to see what the SEC is going to do about it. So kind of news, not news. Moving on. Banks and Bitcoin. So essentially, we have opened up the portal to banks. Banks can now custody crypto, and this is huge. And Anthony Pompliano, who actually I've heard about a lot, never really watched any of his videos, but I have started lately, and he does bring a lot of heavy hitters in there, big movers, and they're actually really good videos. So I suggest you start following. The link is below. All right, so this is Jelena McWilliams, chairman of the FDIC. The issue there is, in reference to Bitcoin, valuation of these assets and the fluctuation in their value that can be almost on a daily basis. You have to decide what kind of capital and liquidity treatment to allocate to such balance sheet holdings. So this is in reference to the banks being allowed to, like I just said, custody crypto. And she's just essentially coming out and saying that, yes, we're going to allow it, but let's watch it closely, which is essentially what the SEC should be doing to everybody. And we're allowed to go to Las Vegas and spend all of our money gambling out there. Nobody's stopping us. We're allowed to do lotto and spend our entire paycheck on that if we want. Nobody's stopping us. But all they should really be doing is educating and saying this is what could happen. Be aware, and that's it. But anyway, he's moving on to say bank data as of December 31st, 2020. 4,374 commercial banks, 627 savings institute have 21.9 trillion in assets. Okay, so if those assets are not performing well, and Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies are, where do you think they're going to move to? The entirety of the crypto market is 2.7 trillion right now. Okay, and they have 21.9 trillion in assets. They are now allowed to custody crypto. It's the same thing we've been talking about over and over. Supply is going to be taken. Demand is increasing. That means price go up. All right, Bitcoin dominance and the altcoin season. All right, so this is a really cool chart. And all this does is compare Bitcoin itself to all the other coins that are out there. All right. Now, this was on Daily Crypto Byte, Market Rebellion, and that's what they do. They look at charts. So they're looking at this chart and they say this candle right here. Can you see it right there? Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, this candle right here signifies a reversal. Okay, so it went down, but then it popped back up. But this candle right here signifies a reversal. So what he's saying is right here, right now. Okay, if it moves down to this trend line and goes below, that means that not necessarily that Bitcoin's going down, it's that the rest of the market, Ethereum and all the other tokens out there, are moving up as well. It means the dominance of Bitcoin is going down. That's not bad. As a matter of fact, if you have money in altcoins, which most of mine is, and they're going up, they're going to go up at a better rate, a higher percentage. Why? Because the market caps are so much smaller. Okay, so the very cool thing is to watch this chart. If we go below this trend line, and just like I mentioned before with Ethereum on its chart, okay, if it continues to go up, the rest of the altcoins are going to follow it. It's essentially the leader of the altcoins, if you want to think of it that way. So the dominance going down, Ethereum going up. That means that a lot of the other altcoins that are out there that have true value, not talking about Shiba here, the ones that have true value, they're going to be going up quite a bit. That's where you want to have your money, in my opinion. So again, we're looking at a closer, it's from Daily Crypto Byte, we're looking at a closer view of this bullish engulfing candle. Okay, this is a daily chart. Okay, so when you have one day green that is bigger than the previous day's body, like this, the wicks don't count. Okay, this right here, okay, when you see green, it basically engulfs it. It's larger than the other one. That's a huge bullish sign. So they see it going to 44, 45 in the next few days, maybe a week, okay, which is a huge increase for Ethereum. And one of my favorite coins of all time, Polygon. So the previous video that I posted was about getting your fiat onto an exchange, moving your exchange to a MetaMask wallet, and then taking that MetaMask wallet and bridging it from Ethereum over to Polygon, because Polygon is so much cheaper. It costs pennies to do trades, where on Ethereum it costs $50 to $100 depending on the gas at that particular time. It fluctuates throughout the day. Earliest in the morning, by the way, around between 5 and 7 a.m. are usually the cheapest times, because that's when the fewest people are trading. All right, moving on to Matic here, MATIC. If you don't have any, I highly suggest get some right now. Not financial advice, just financial opinion, because in their opinion, on Daily Crypto Byte, when you see this momentum moving up at the rate that Matic is, you're expecting a blow off top. So that they're thinking that it can get up to like $2.50, $3, and that is essentially where I'll be taking some profits, because one thing that I've been talking to people about with Shiba Inu, the higher it goes at the faster the rate, the harder the drop you're going to see. And that chart looks ridiculous. So if it goes up that fast and that high, people are jumping in. Well, guess what? People are going to jump out too. All right, Matic has been slow and steady, goes up, goes across, goes up, goes across. Okay, so this line right here was a previous high at 250. That's where they're expecting it to get to, and when and if it breaks through that, it could go up to like $3. So we're talking about, if it's at, yep, just got up to 195. It's at, let's just say $2 now, and it goes up to $3. You're looking at a 30% increase, probably within just a few days. Okay, you better believe I'll be taking some profits at that point. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please, please, please leave them below. I want to make sure that you're paying attention and you have questions, so that I can create videos on that specifically. All right, so leave your comments below. Thanks a lot. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.